The matter of the fact is that this higher elevated vibration of energy from where you go beyond your five senses is earned. It's not motherfucking given, it's earned. And how is it earned? It's earned through discipline. It's earned through restricting and restraining your five senses, right? And really pushing yourself beyond your limits. And what it is your perceived limits are your five senses, what you're perceiving through your five senses, right? And those are your perceived limits. And that's what you have to do is you have to push, first get to that point where you're having to go against your limits. And then you push beyond your limits. Why? Because in that space, then you come face to face with who you truly are. And you have a choice. You have a choice to be a simple motherfucker, be a simple ass bitch and quit and tap out. Or be that motherfucker who shows up, does the work, pushes every limit, and gets to the next level, becomes that unstoppable, unbreakable motherfucker. And that's what it gets down to. And that's what it gets down to. It gets down to really tapping into that source, tapping into that energy by getting to that next level. So that's what it is. And the thing is, all you're thinking about is your motherfucking self. When all you're thinking about is motherfucking self, of course you ain't gonna do shit. What you have to do is you have to start thinking about your family. You have to start thinking about your kids. You have to start thinking about your spouse, your wife. You have to start thinking about your family, your mom, your dad. You have to start thinking about your family, your siblings. You have to start thinking about your family, your uncle, your auntie, your cousins. You have to start thinking about your family, your community, your city, your state, your country, the universe, the world. We all share the same consciousness. We share this one consciousness, one universal consciousness. And what you have to do is you have to tap into that infinite source, that infinite power that's within you, right? You have to tap into that. And from there, you're able to really bring that desired outcome, bring that desired reality into fruition by just putting in that work, And you're able to do that how? By constantly, every single day showing up, right? Showing up, of course, you're gonna have these perceived limitations every single day. Every single day you're gonna have these perceived limitations, right? And it's not gonna be a day where you're like, oh, I got it, I know it all, that's it, I know it all. No, every motherfucking day is you're learning it. Every motherfucking moment you're learning, you never get it. That's the whole thing about life is you never get it. When you think you got it all, you're saying you're God. You're not God, motherfucker. Everything is God. Everything is God. You can see God in good things, but can you see God in bad things? That's the thing. That's what it gets down to. It gets down to you're really stretching your mind, taking it to the next level, right? But when you're a simple ass bitch, simple ass motherfucker, you have simple ass desires. All you motherfucking want is you want to turn up on the weekend and you want to feel validated, glorifying that bitch ass shit, the circus, that clown shit. And when you're involved in that circus clown shit, you don't see nothing else but that circus and clown shit. And you don't even feel like you're in a circus and clown shit. You feel like, yo, that's the shit. But until you go above it, until you raise your vibrations, until you reach the higher elevations, right? And then you see the fruits of your labor, you won't truly move. But gratefulness is learned at the bottom. Gratefulness is learned when like shit's not going your way. You're motherfucking tired, hungry, thirsty, and like your kids are screaming. Everything's going motherfucking wrong, right? And you're like, yo, you're at that point where you're like, you're about to say fuck it to everything. And in that motherfucking moment, in that motherfucking time, can you still be the most like lovable person? Can you still like show up as that motherfucking man that's needed at that time? That's what it gets down to. And you have to do that repetitively. That's why the wake up time, that's why the diet, that's why the workout, that's why there's a reason for these things. There's a reason for the way of living the way we live right now. And I'm gonna keep showing up every day. I love you guys, I appreciate you. Let's go!